Hello everybody, this is Sonia. Now, a few things going on about. First thing, I was expecting to have a visit from Valita, and she's one of the YouTube, person on YouTube here in Australia, and Valita has a channel on there, and we've been talking about some things, and she was going to come in, pop by tomorrow when she was on her way to Dubbo with her daughter. But yesterday, day before, she fell and she broke her ankle. So she's in hospital having an operation. This morning, Jeremy just left here flat out and in a panic because he nearly cut the top off his finger. So he's gone out to the hospital. And I'm just sitting here waiting now to see what's going on. I couldn't go with him because he wouldn't stop panicking and he was in a hurry and he wouldn't wait, and so I just sent him off in a taxi because my daughter didn't have her car and she was busy. So I wasn't busy, but she didn't have a car, so she couldn't come and get him. So he just went out there in a taxi. So today I'm just going to sit here for a minute and I'm going to do some making of some little oranges because I want to do a bit of the work that I want to do to make my orange tree for this, to put in a bit of my work. I don't know whether, when I say that, I'm thinking about a bit of stump work that I want to do for the show. And time's getting really going past me really quick, so I'm just going to sit here and thread this here, and we can just wait and see if Jeremy rings me, or I can ring him in a little minute and see what's going on, because I don't know how he is. He's always usually been. Usually when he hurts himself, he's not that panicky like he was this morning. He was in a terrible state because he wanted. That's not long enough, Sonia. You can't use that. Won't be able to do it. Now this is not much either on him, is there? So, oh dear. So there's been a day. It's only half over. Well, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. We'll see what happens. I hope Valita's okay. I mean, I'm sure she will be. They're going to fix her ankle because she broke it, and because her daughter messaged me yesterday, and I never found out till this afternoon that she wouldn't be coming because she had to have an operation. Of course, well, she broke her ankle. Of course, she wouldn't be coming. But then, so this should be small enough. You need a needle, and I wanted one that had like little small bits on it, little small berries. I think I'll make some yellow berries and maybe some red ones or something, because then I could do it. I could make some strawberries, I suppose. I don't know. But anyway, I couldn't go with Jeremy, and I can't go out there now on my scooter because it's out the back of the house and he's in a shed, and I can't do that. I can't. Jeremy usually gets it out and opens the gate and lets me out, so I can't follow him either. So I have to sit here and just wait and see when he rings me back. He'd probably walk back in from out there, which is a bit of a shame. I wish he'd get a taxi, but you can bet anything you like he'll want to walk back in. Hopefully everything will be okay. If he's got to have stitches, he's petrified of needles, absolutely petrified of needles, and he always has been, because when he was young he was in hospital a fair bit, and he was just not nice at all about him, and he won't like it because they'll probably give him a tetanus shot. He was pruning the lavenders. He was going to do that tomorrow, so everything was planned for the day just went wrong, so hopefully people better keep away from me. Hope I'm not making things bad for people. I better be careful myself, eh? I've got the heater on in here and I've got the phone, and I'm just in the room by myself, and I got my machine yesterday. Oh my goodness, I got my new sewing machine. But I can't show you because I'm not taking it out of the box until I tidy this room, and I was going to do a bit today on it, but I thought I might just sit here and do this for a while because actually Jeremy was going to help me too. He was going to give me a hand with that. Oh dear, it's just, you have one of them days. It's nobody's fault. I just hope everybody's okay. I told my daughter, I said, keep away from sharp things. I said, go and have a sleep, because she's not very well herself. She suffers really bad with asthma and she's having a terrible time. But anyway, that's my oldest one. The other one, me not speaking. We best keep away from one another. We're not actually yeah, we just don't talk to one another because things just flared up between us all the time, so we just don't want to talk to one another, as much as we can avoid. I know that's weird, but it's just the way it is. Because I remember when I was going through the change of life, so was she. She was becoming a teenager, because I had her when I was 40, and I was going through the change of life, and by geez, we used to clash all the time, and that never occurred to me, I don't know whether that's a reason or not, but she was becoming a teenager and I was becoming a cranky old lady, I suppose. So I had a terrible time. Still have some times when the things aren't, a bit weird with himself, but it's not as bad as it used to be, I tell you. Some people reckon they don't even feel a thing, that nothing changes at all. I don't know how that works for them. My mother reckons she didn't go through it either, but I was there and I know she did. That's not nice, I know, but sometimes people do have a terrible time with it. I know I did. It was worst years. It was terrible years for me. Probably 15 of them, maybe. I don't know. Might be exaggerating a tiny tad, but it seemed like forever. I think I'm through. I think I'm going through it. People, I don't know, didn't know about these things in the old days, did they? Why people got like they did. It's really strange. We just, I think we're gamer. Oh, okay. So we'll talk about this if you like. I went up to the street yesterday to order my machine. I spoke to the lady about getting it last week, right? And I said to her, I'll come back on my way home and I'll drop the money in for the deposit. Okay, so Sonia come home and went straight past. I might have told you this in another video. Didn't actually go past her, went a different way, see, and come home and forgot to give her the money. So all through the week I'm trying to find out what her phone number was, and I couldn't because couldn't find her phone number anywhere, and it kept raining, and the weather was really crap, so I couldn't go. So all week I'm thinking, we should stop raining, and I could go up there and do something, about it, and order it and that. Anyway, when I was there, and I did talk to her about it before I went to pay, was going to go back to pay for it, I told her which model I wanted and that I was going to, get that one, and she said to me she'd check into it for me, and if it was right, she'd order it, see. Now, I didn't expect this, because yesterday when I went there, she wasn't there, but the lady that works there was there because I think there was some sort of a problem with her family while she wasn't there. But anyway, this lady that works there was there, and she said, "Oh, your machine's here." I said, "What?" Oh, and I was so excited. I really was so excited. And anyway, I said, "Oh, good." I said, "Well, I'll pay for it then if that's..." Anyway, we worked out, how much it was going to be, because I told her. Anyhow, because she didn't want to contact the lady that owns the store because she was busy or away doing something, I don't know. But anyway, so we're going to take the money, right? Now, I'll have to tell you how much it cost, because it was... this will you'll come across the whole story will be to do with the price and everything. Well, anyway, or the money situation. It was $600, $599 it was, right? It's a really good machine. It's computerised, and it has lots of things to it, and it's just one that I press the button, and so I don't have to use my feet, which I can't too much because my feet and my legs don't like that. Okay. So anyway, I'm given my card, right? My debit card, not a credit card. There's money in the bank, okay? So anyway, she said it was declined. And I said, "What?" Oh. I said, "How could that be?" I said, "I've got money there." Anyway, she did it again, and it was declined again. And she said to me, "You might have a limit, She said, "You've probably got a $500 limit." And I said, "Well, I don't know, because I probably wouldn't have took that much cash out. I mean, I probably would never have done that much at a time previously. I would have probably paid in cash, because if I do buy anything, I save up and then I go and get the cash and I pay for that. And anyway, she said, how about we try just doing a portion of it, you know, and then see what happens, and then we can... So she put $300 and it went through. So anyway, that was better, and I felt a bit better then because that worked. And I said, well, look, I'll give you the other cash, you know, money out of my purse. So I did that. And that was paid for. And I was so pleased. And I went up to she said to me, I'll drop it off to you if you like. I thought, oh, well, that's good because I've got to figure out someone to go and pick it up or get somewhere getting it because I couldn't carry it on me Gover because it was too big. It come with extras. I've got a whole heap of extras with it. I'm going to show it to you when I get round to bringing it in here because I can't at the moment. Anyway, so that was that bit, and I went to the credit union and I said to them, you know, that my card got declined and I wanted to know what's going on. They said, oh, well, because people are going around pension cards and then tapping them and that and spending people's money, they've put a limit on it, see? Because they're finding cards and then just... Well, actually, it's happened here at one time. Somebody said that someone picked up a card in Woolworths or something, went over to Coles and bought a whole heap of things on it. But if you only spend $100, you can tap it all you like. I wasn't tapping the card, but it was just that that's why they'd put the limit on it anyway. So, anyway, because you've got to put your account number in it. So anyhow, or your pass number, whatever that is, you know what I mean. I'm not thinking probably straight here, I'm just worried about it. Anyway. So anyway, hopefully they patch that man up so he'll stop bleeding. Anyway, I went and bought a few other things and got myself some cash out to bring home because I'd spent the other. And because I always like to make sure I've got a little bit of money anyway. I goes to Woolworths. And I'm coming through the checkout there, and because I had spent the other money earlier and put other money on my card, I said to the man, he's only a young teenager, probably 19 or 20, and I said to him, I'll just pay for it with the card and I'll put my number in. And he said, and then he came back and he said, this is declined. I said, what? He said, you haven't got enough money. I said, yes, I have. And I started to get really, I wasn't actually that upset, but I wasn't happy, I tell you. And he said, well, you haven't got enough money. I said, oh, well, I have. I said, what did you do? He said, oh, because once you spend over $100, you have to put in your card number. He said, but save doing that. He said, I tried to put it through at $99 and then 50-something. I said, you're joking. He said, no. He said, because I was trying to do... I said, well, that's why there's no money there. I said, because I've been... that's why it won't let me spend anymore because I've spent... Oh, dear. I could have throttled him, fair dinkum. I was so bad. I felt so bad. I wasn't that embarrassed because I know I had the money. So what do I have to do then? I had to pay the $99 off the card and then give him some more cash out of my purse. Oh, dear. I was getting in the way. I just thought, hey, what are you doing? You know, I told you how to do. I'd actually tell him, that's what they usually do. Pay for it with the card and then you put your number in there. And that's what I wanted to do. But he said, save me putting my number in. He said, I did this. And I thought, well, you're not helping me at all. But he reckoned he was. So there you go. Oh, dear. Talk about punbot. Anyway, I felt like I was going to come home and ring up his boss and tell him what I thought about it. But I thought I'd better not do that, you know, because I didn't want to get this silly boy in trouble. He thought he might have been doing the right thing, but he wasn't because of the card situation. I used to be in customer service years ago when I was only young, and the customer's always right, and even if they're not, they're right. You're supposed to go with what they, you know, to a degree. You're supposed to listen to what they say and that, but you know. So that's why, anyway, that was my day. But then I got my daughter come over for Father's birthday, which was a month ago, but my eldest daughter, because she couldn't come over before because I was sick and then she was sick and there was different things she was working. But yesterday she rang him up while I was up the street and said, I'll come over, Dad, for your birthday. And she brought him home a present and we had a cake. Exactly a month after his birthday. So it doesn't matter. At least she did. At least she did that, and that was good. And we understood, you know, because after COVID everybody tries to not get one another sick or anything, you know. We tried to stay, and I'd been sick for a fair while. And anyway, she bought him some shirts and a cake, so that was good, and we did that. And then the machine came at 5 o'clock, and I've been sitting there, looked at the accessories because they were in another bag because they come extra with it, and there was extra piece in there that makes the top part of it bigger. It's an extra piece that goes on the top part of it. So it's a brother, and it is called a NVS, I think. I don't know, I think that's what it's got. But anyway, I just have to press that little button and it go as slow as I like it to, and that's what I'm really looking forward to, because then I'm going to be able to sew up some of my things. Now what I've been doing here, as you can see, is just sewing, and then I can't go any further because I can't get another stitch through there. It just won't go for me. So while I've got the thread still here, I'm going to get a bead needle, and I hope that what I do with these will work for me, because I want to I've got to get some stuff done, you know. But I'm going to do some panels on a box too to put in, or the top of the lid or something. There's lots of different ways you can make little bits of fruit, and that is a nice little what's that? I'm going to put this over in here, me to thread it, okay, so I can see instead of showing you. I'll let you see that I did do it, but I couldn't. So I want a little tiny little bead for there. And I actually bought some yesterday, but I didn't bring them in here. I wonder what colour. You see, an orange doesn't necessarily, it has a green bead on it, doesn't it? Like a green end on it. A leaf, or that little funny bit that goes on the end of it. Dear, I hope there's not too many people out there at the hospital and they can stitch my poor husband up. Send him back home to me. I really do. I'll ring him in a minute. I'll just have to see what I can put on this. Green bead. I need something, I think, in a lighter colour that's not very big. That one is a tiny bit too big, isn't it? I can see some here. Gee, when I take this out, I hope everything doesn't fall down. I was actually going to show you my room, because I thought, but then I'm too embarrassed to do that, too ashamed of myself to do that. I'll show you my room, it's bad. If I was mobile, I could do it. If I could move around, I could do it. I can move around, but it's very difficult. Since I was sick, I've got useless. I've become quite useless as far as moving about and doing stuff goes. I wonder if this is too pretty green, too green. It's not dark enough, is it, really? I suppose it's my thing. It doesn't matter, does it, if I can please myself. Because I'm going to try and get this bead needle through here. It should go. It'll fit through there. And then I'd have to make some leaves, don't I? And leaves. I have got that tree around here somewhere that I was working on. Now that looked really cool, won't it, on the tree? But I need more than that. I wonder if I can go back up there and go through that again, just so it'll stay. I'm going to need more than one bead, more than one little me thing here, whatever it is. Orange, maybe. I can do oranges by stitching them too. I'll just see if I can put this through here. And strawberries and some sort of other blueberry things would be nice, wouldn't they? Like a fruit bowl of stuff. or whatever. I don't know. When I say a bowl, I don't think it'd be in a bowl. I did want to do a pond. Well, you can understand that I can't really concentrate on doing too much today, but I thought I'd come on here and tell you about these poor people, you know, getting hurt, and and tell you what's going on. Hopefully, I'm thinking about, though, if I've got to go and, well, I'm going to be doing my room, so I'm going to have a few days or maybe a week off the channel, and then, but you can, you'll be able to, I'm going to find something here for a minute, you'll be able to, but go back maybe and watch some of the other ones that I've made, over 2,000 other ones that I've done. You'll be able to go back and watch them. So that's definitely going to go on a tree. And see this here, this is a gum nut thing. Kind of, sort of. And that wasn't hard to make. That's made with felt underneath it. And it's not as nice as what I'd like it to be, but I've got a little bit of time here now, so I might do another one of these. And I did pack all my felt away, you know, underneath all this other stuff because, well, not for any other reason other than I was going to start putting things where they're going to go. And then I'm going to have to move this machine out of here so I can have a space. Put the other one. I've also got to move a lot of other stuff out of here. So if we have brown, it'll be good. That's green. That's green. We're just going to get a bit of brown here. Just want to hang out with me for a while. That'll be nice. I have another idea of another thing I want to do too. Actually, I might just do use this piece of material to do it with, because you only need something that you're going to be able to sew on. It doesn't have to be a very big bit. So that's just made quite easy, actually. As long as we can find the... You have no idea how much stuff I got around here yourself here to... So I'm just going to cut a bit of this wool blanket, or it wasn't a blanket, but it's wool fabric. I'm just going to cut a bit of that. I think it might be too long anyway. Righto. I'll fold it in half, and I'll bowl it up like that into a ball, okay? Yeah, I've got to get some, I've got glue. But you don't want to put too much glue on it because you're going to stitch over this. This is just for a base part. And you know, I just used a bit of felt on that one. This is only for, this is going to be for stitching. So... I'm making a little round bit thing-ish sort of thing. Okay? You don't have to have the actual shape. You can shape it yourself as you go. Well, it's sort of got a shape like that on it. This is not gluing good. Probably didn't put enough glue on it. But I didn't want to have to try and sew through it. But we'll have to see what we can do, don't we? We can't be helped. And I got up this morning at 7 o'clock and I'm sitting out. I've had my breakfast and my coffee and I've been sitting out there dozing now. I was till I come in here and then Jeremy come racing in to tell me he'd cut the top off his finger. Poor old fella. They're really nice, those people out the hospital. Well, they were when I went out there last time, so hopefully he'll be right. For the whole thing. Okay, so the colour of that's a bit off too. I'm not really keen on that colour. So a gum nut is a bit darker, don't you think? I think it'd be a bit darker brown. A bit darker brown. I've got it up in here. Not many in this one, but I'm sorting out them the other day because I've got a lot that I might have to just get rid of some of them. How about that in the middle? I don't know. Oh, goodness me, I haven't got one handy here. A gum nut anywhere handy, have I, to see what colour I need it to be. It's my thing, so I can please myself. Can't I? I can do it whatever I'd like it to be. Oh, come on, I can't vision this. I seem to have trouble trying to get a visual on it. Oh dear. Anyway. No, it's too yucky. If I make it, I can make it whatever colour I like. It's no pink anywhere, is there? No pink. It's brown. It's like this dark bit with the lighter bit in the middle. So this can be the darker bit, and I can do the lighter bit in this colour, maybe. What's this? This is nice, isn't it? That's too thick. You only need something that's very thin because you don't want to... well, I'll put it this way. If it doesn't turn out the colour of a gum, which it's probably not going to be, I don't know if I've got a picture of one anywhere because my books are over there underneath everything. I don't think I've got a gum nut picture anywhere. Where's No, nothing. Nothing. What's that? No. I haven't got anything to colour. I might have to use this colour in the middle of it. I wonder why I did it that colour. It must be sort of right, is it? It's a lighter one. I'm just going to show you how to do this anyway, and that'll be good, won't it? It'll give me something to do while I'm waiting. So usually we do one thread, but I think I can do more. I'll do two. I think I can use 2 threads for this. Okay. I must put my book somewhere near me too when I do this. So when I need to find something, I can find it, you know. I need to find something. So when we do these sort of things anyway for stump work, you usually leave a bit of a tail because you're going to fasten it onto something. I've got a knot in it, but I don't have to have the knot in it. And I'm just going to go and cover this with... Probably needed to be a bit more pointy on the top. Probably could have cut it out a bit better, couldn't I? I'll fasten it round a bit tighter at the top. Actually, I could do the... Maybe I'll just make this into some sort of a berry. I might do this first. So when you're using beads, it's okay to do this, but this is an easier way. And you have to sew on your bead. Have I done any like this? I don't think I have. No. But I'll show you. So we need some stitches going up through it to start with. Because you want something to hold it onto. So I'll move my fingers out of the way in a minute and I'll show you that I've got around here some stitches going from the top to the bottom of it, okay? And you can start out with the shape that you want to because it can be any sort of thing you want it to be when you're finished, okay? It's one of those, all right? Okay, so now it started out to be a gum nut, but not now. So you want to go underneath these bits here. All right, take yourself some stitches around underneath here. And that's the part where it's joined there. It's all coming undone, but it's not really. It's just, I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm lifting up these stitches and I'm going around the top here, see? Look. Okay. I'm pulling that in there, right? So all I got's a tiny little bit at the top there. I'm going to go another time round for first so I can see what I'm doing. Go another time round. I think I did 4 or 5 spokes. You're not weaving it through, you're just pushing it through and under each one, okay? So it's making a little end piece. Righto, see that? That's cool. Now, I didn't go under here. Did I go around twice? Just pick this bit up. Righto. Them two pieces should be together. But anyway, we don't have to worry about that now, because now we're going to go underneath those rows that we just put in, and we're going to make a blanket stitch. Look at that. Or buttonhole stitch, whatever you call it. And we're going to sew round here and turn this into a bead thing. Don't pull up too tight, but you need to cover up what you've got underneath there, okay? You need to cover that bit up underneath. Alright. Okie dokie. See how that... See there how that's going? You got the end bit, and that's okay, because that can be a bead or something in that end piece. Something, or a bit of blingy, something or other. Well, for the gum nut thing, you could have a pink one, couldn't you? Or some sort of thing like that. I don't know. Have whatever colour you like. So I've gone round here, look. How's that look? That looks pretty snazzy, doesn't it? I'm going right to the... Now there's poppy. This would be like the top of a poppy, wouldn't it? See? A poppy flower. Wouldn't it be like that? And then if you were doing that, you'd just make the rest of it straight. But I'm going to keep going around here and doing this with it. So, because I reckon there's nothing better than three-dimensional embroidery. I just love it. I don't do as much as what I would like. I never ever was a fan of embroidery that was just like flat, the supper cloths and things that people made. I was never ever a fan of that sort of thing. And when I discovered the three-dimensional embroidery, I understood why then, because I like it much, much better. I really do. See, that looks really good. Now, that would be a really nice poppy if I had the bottom of it just nice, wouldn't it? But I don't know if I wanted it to be that. I can, I suppose, if I wanted to, because that looks really cool, doesn't it? So you could lift it up. But my idea is to put it down over it, because that's what I'm after. And you need to have a nice piece of felt or wool, something that you can manoeuvre about a bit. A cotton piece of fabric wouldn't work as good, because you can't sort of shape that, to your liking, sort of thing. Okay. I'm going to have to go and see if I can find my husband. I don't know if you just want to wait for me to make the phone call so I can tell you what's going on. How about we do that, eh? We'll ring him and see what he's doing. Okay. Hello? What are you doing? Oh, okay. Hello. You reckon it's going to stitch itself up? Had they looked at it first? And what'd she say? Oh, okay. So you're going to wait there. She should have known that, shouldn't she? She couldn't have... Is there many people there? Is there? Oh. It'll take a while for it to do that. How many people in front of you? Can't you count them? Must be a lot there then. No, it's all right. Yeah, no. All right then. What are you going to? Are you going to wait out there to? Yeah, all right then. Yeah, might do. Well, you think that the nurse would have fixed it up, wouldn't you, for you? Yes, that's true. Okay. All right, darling. All right then, darling. Okay. No, you didn't. It's all right. Okay, darling. That's why I bought them for you. Oh, I've got to go, okay? Okay, darling. Righto, bye. Well, so we're still on the video, of course. He said it's not as bad as he thought it was. Well, I could have said that too, but I didn't want to say nothing to him because it's not my finger. He said the nurse looked at it. There's a big line of people out there. He's going to wait though because they might need a couple of stitches. And yeah, he kept on saying, I'm trying to push it back together. He said, I'm saying he's trying to push it back together. I said, well, that's not going to work. Pushing it back together is not going to make it stay. It's not going to grow back together that quick. But that's good. He seems to be in a lot better spirits now, so he's going to let me know what he's doing. Okay. So anyway, that's start of my day, and I hope that it gets a lot better, you know, for him, because he said there's a few people out there, so he has to wait for his turn. And that's fair enough. He said he thinks that they've had an emergency, so somebody's, you know, they're very busy with people out there, so that's good. Anyway, so I can't remember what we were talking about, only that I was going to ring Jeremy and see how he was going. But anyway, I'm sure he'll be fine. I just hope he's not out there for too long because, you know, that gets... I can't stand sitting out there waiting. I never really go out there unless I really need to. When I was sick, well, he did need to go because he needs to somebody look at that, and you probably have to have a needle. I don't know, you'd think the nurses could fix it up though, unless it's got to be stitched. I don't know who stitches, the doctor probably. Anyway, so I better go, and I've just showed you how to try and do one of those, okay? And I'm going to just keep working on that, because I don't have time to do it, because this is going to go off in a minute, and we'll come back and look at it another time, all right? So thank you very much, everybody, for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.